I hate theater. Well, it's so disappointing, isn't it? You know what I do when I'm sitting in a dark theater waiting for the show to begin? I pray. Oh, dear God, please let it be a good show. And let it be a short show, oh Lord in heaven, please. 2 hours is fine. 3 hours is too much. And keep the actors out of the audience, God. I didn't pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. You know, I just want a few good songs. I just want to be entertained. I mean, isn't that the point? Amen. You know, there was a time when people sat in darkened theaters waiting for the show to begin, and they knew that when the curtain opened, they'd be surrounded with a world of music and color, and they'd think to themselves, my God, when are they going to bring up the lights? Oh, how things have changed. Hello. How are we doing today? I'm feeling a little blue myself. You know, a little sad for no particular reason. A little sad that I should be feeling anxious at this age. You know, a non-specific state of sadness that I like to call blue. So when I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So, I was going through my records this morning. Yes, records. And I was about to put on Meredith Wilson's The Music Man. I had a craving for a young Ronnie Howard. But then I thought to myself, now, let's have a treat. Let's disappear for a while into the decadent world of the 1920s, where the champagne flowed while the caviar chilled and all the world was a party. For the wealthy, anyways. So I dug about and what did I find? But one of my favorite shows, Gable and Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone. Remember? Music by Julie. No, keep talking. Music by Julie Gable, lyrics by Sidney Stein. It's a 2-record set with the original cast, remastered from the original recording made in 1928. It's the full show with the original cast, including Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. Can you believe it? And this was a full 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Isn't she elegant? Let me read to you what it says on the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. Of course, the phrase gay wedding has a different meaning nowadays, but back then it just meant fun. And that's exactly what the show is. Fun. So, would you indulge me? Would you let me play this record for you now? I was hoping you'd say yes. Do you hear that static? Yes. I love that sound. To me, it's a sound of a time machine starting up. All right now, let's visualize, if you will. Imagine it's November 1928. You've just arrived at the doors of the Morosco Theater in New York. It's very cold. Remember when it used to be cold in November? Not anymore. November is the new August. It's global warming. We're all doomed! Anyways, it's very cold and heavy drizzling is falling from the sky. But you don't care, because you're going to see a Broadway show. Isn't this wonderful? It helps you close your eyes. Overtures. I miss them. It's a show's way of welcoming you. Hello, welcome. The meal will be served shortly, but in the meantime, would you like an appetizer? That's what an overture is, a musical appetizer. A poo-poo platter of tunes, if you will. Ah, something new. Dialogue.
dress was such a pleasure, and we to stitch it and repair. But bless your dress, it's one fine dress, and I will tell you why you put it on. Well, it wasn't great, when it cost the time, now that you're on the bus, it's time to wear it. Well, it wasn't great, well, it organization. See, each string represents a task ready to be completed. And the musicians, yell at the florist, book the minister. This whole wedding's gonna run like clockwork. I'm not ready for me, sir. I lost my legal lady. I gotta stop this wedding. Oh my God, which is mine.
I'm kidding, just kidding. I can't let this happen. I'll be a leading lady if I get my chance. We're pastry chefs, we cross our hearts. We're pastry chefs.
know what that means. Anyways, I'll lead you through this record as best as I can. Don't worry, it won't be hard to follow. So, we begin with a welcome from the love-struck groom.
Well, I would just like to thank you all for coming. Why? Who'd have thought that I, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl? And that glamorous showgirl would be willing to give up a successful career. For me, Robert Martin. Now, if it weren't for prohibition, I'd say, let's raise a glass.
Here.
To Miss Janet Vanderbilt, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me?
The groom must see his bride on the day of the wedding. It's bad luck.
I hope you heard that, because that's the plot. Basically. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served in the Uranium room.
Say, a little early in the day to be drinking, isn't it?
Don't understand the question.
Look, you keep Janet away from Robert. You're the chaperone. That's your only job.
Aye, aye. Oh, Robert, who's my little monkey?
Hi, little monkey.
So, the bride and the groom are whisked away, and we turn our attention to the B plot, which involves the producer.
Mr. Fountain!
Hey, Mary, you have your business.
Mr. Fountain!
Doesn't she understand the kind of obligations?
Mr. Fountain, how can you be leading lady? You said it yourself I'm useless in the chorus.
Sophie, how many times have I got to tell you? You ain't got much place.
But I've been taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Oh, yeah. And I'm pretty good too. Last week I even auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation. Kitty and Felton were a couple in real life. Jack and Sadie actor. Now, this is a familiar comic construct. A stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Well, she appears stupid, but in the end, she does something clever and makes everyone wonder whether it's all just an act. The irony here is that Sadie actually was quite stupid. Jack actually spit on jokes at her, apparently. But still, she had a wonderful career on stage. At that time, the theater was the only place where stupid people could earn a decent living. This was before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
A penny for Mr. Felton.
Not now.
Perhaps a nice fiddle.
Boys, I'm not hungry.
Then perhaps we could give you something else to chew on.
Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also
And primarily,
employees of a certain individual.
A certain individual?
a certain individual.
Who just so happens to be the largest single investor in Feldsig's Follies. He has sent us here
As pastry chefs.
to express his concern about Miss Vandergraaf's impending nuptials.
Specifically,
That if she gets married and leaves the show, then there ain't no show.
say, don't I know you? No. You don't. Have you ever spent any time in Toledo?
Have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No, but I do have a cousin in Seattle.
Hey, boys, you tell your boss that this wedding is never going to happen. You have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word, all right.
But to go back on that word would be a recipe for disaster. Now we hope we have made ourselves perfectly eclair.
One can only hope.
You scum hideous!
A trifle much?
Don't toy with me!
All right, you can drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we ganache.
Yeah.
We're on the lamb! Lamb's an entree, a macaroon!
The gangsters were played by interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall brothers, John and Peter Tall. They were born Abram and Mendel Maslakowicz, but were renamed to Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. They were an example of the typical Broadway gangster. Wordplay and stylized movement, not very intimidating. Unless you find dancers intimidating. which I do, but for reasons that would not be appropriate to the situation.
We'll leave the matter in your hands, Mr. Feldzig. In the meantime, feel free to browse the resort carousel.
Yeah. Try the Toledo surprise.
It's to die for!
Holy cats, Mr. Feldzig! They're gangsters.
Very perceptive. Now go. How do you feel?
He never listens to me.
I gotta stop this wedding! But how? Oh, please, Lord in heaven, tell me how. How?
I always thought that moment was a little... overplayed. So, with the story well on its way, let's go to the groom's room.
Hey there, Ransom. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. His fabulous smile adored every tube of Albright toothpaste. Albright was hugely popular in the early 20s because it contained cocaine. It's true. If you look at the ingredients, it was the fifth one down, right after sugar. Anyways, it wasn't long before he became a huge matinee idol.
Now, don't you worry. It's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is? Of course.
I love Percy Hyman. Now, some people say he was a terrible actor, but to those people I say, shut up.
Hey there, Mr. Mirabelle. Trembling like I'm afraid you can't do something very cold feet, brother, you got you can make them feet hot. With a little young feet, old feet, can be a control. Rhythm make them feet hot. Down the aisle, rusty arches, make them learn to swing. I see toes can jive. Legend marches, creating record swing. Make rigid souls come alive. Yeah, take that joy. Cold feet, cold feet, turn them into bold feet. Rhythm make them cold feet hot. You don't say.
Well, now you just slide back to your little mud hole, you backstabbing whore! Well, now I have to find a new minister. Santa, what are you up to?
I'm singing a song, an old champion song. And Dixie ready for wedding day tunes.
You think you've got the business, you've got the easy part.
Percy Hyman was a wonderful performer. I like to think of him hot and sweaty after a long dance routine. He's still alive, you know. I saw him on the news recently celebrating his 100th birthday. To say that the passing years had taken their toll on him would be a grotesque understatement. They wheeled him out and had that wide-eyed, pained expression that God reserves for the very, very old on their birthdays. You know the one. The one that says, "Who are you? Where am I? Why is this cake on fire?" You know the one. Anyways.
All right, that's enough of that dancing around like a fool.
Sorry, George. I was just trying to calm my nerves. It's my windy after all.
Well, you could have snapped an ankle. Tap dancing is too dangerous. Why don't you go out for a skate instead? That's what I always do when I want to blow off some steam.
George, what would I do without you?
Oh, no. You can't go out like that. You might see Janet. How about you put on this blindfold?
George, you think of everything.
Just looking out for you, my boy. And no more tap dancing. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will sound.
Just ignore this. It doesn't occasionally. It rings. It'll stop soon. Just ignore it. What do you want from me?
Hello. You have reached my answer. Leave a short message after the tone, and I'll call you back at my convenience.
I hate that. The moment is ruined. Gone. It's like a cell phone going off in a theater. Hello, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm at the theater right now, ruining the moment. How about you?
Oh, I couldn't make it up tonight, so I thought I'd ruin the moment by proxy. Sorry, let's shake that off. Let's get back in our minds to 1928. They didn't have cell phones back then, but I'm sure they had something for the ruining of moments. Bugles! Or something, I don't know.
Happy wedding
So, the scene shifts and we find the bride, glamorous Janet Van Graff, entertaining questions from reporters as she's bound to find a pool.
Miss Vandergriff, is it true you're leaving behind a successful career to marry a man you hardly know?
Yes, Robin and I met on the Lido deck of the Ile de France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interests. We spooned, briefly. And then, he proposed.
So, you won't be returning to the stage again? Ever?
I shan't, you shan't. I shan't.
Can we quote you on that?
Of course. One more question. Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question. How can you put footlights when you know very well you got grease paint in your veins?
Oh, Victor, please.
Oh, Janet, I'm begging you. Don't come up. Stay with the follies. I'll give you anything. I'll put your name above mine on the marquee. Watch it!
Oh, Victor. You think this is about vanity? Why? You couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes anymore. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off.
Janet, please. Don't you worry, boys. This ain't over yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do an encore.
That was Jane Roberts as a bride. She was the Oops Girl. Remember? Surely you remember the Oops Girl. Don't you people read? She was billed as a girl whose sexual energy was so great that it caused all the men around her to have accidents. spill their drinks and drive their cars into trees. And she would just go, oops. But I'm not really doing it justice, but people eat it up. She even made a whole series of films. Oops, the Oops Girl Come Home, and Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
Okay, so, making the groundwork didn't work. On to plan B. And for that, I'm going to need an accomplice. Someone gullible, with loose morals. I'm going to need what do you call it? A European.
In walks Adolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Adolfo was played by former silent film star and world-class alcoholic Roman Bartelli. He was the one who later drank himself to death at a chateau in Nice, remember? It was 5 days before they found his body, and by that time, it had been partially consumed by his pet poodles. Well, only partially consumed, like, it could have been worse.
Excuse me, sir. I don't believe we've met.
I am another one.
You are Adolfo.
Yes, I am another one.
Whoa. The Adolfo.
Yes, I am another one.
Funny, you don't look like a scoundrel.
Yes, I am.
What? Oh, why, just now I heard the groom saying that Adolfo's a scoundrel. I just heard it say that.
Adolfo is a scoundrel.
Those very words.
Adolfo is a scoundrel.
It's like I'm hearing it again.
This is outrageous. He is saying this to people, to beautiful ladies with breasts for making love. Why I must.
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes, I must take this broom into my hands and kill him.
Yes. No. Don't kill him. Just hurt him, enough so that he can't get married.
Show me to this room. Wait!
What?
What kind of man is a big man?
Well,
A burly fellow?
he's big on the outside.
No! Adolfo, no fighting. Small, pale, lazy little boy that Adolfo can punch far away, but no big man.
I tried. So, I think that you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, Adolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies. Some say I'm the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his
Door!
No. The best way to get back at a man is through his
Window!
No. Revenge. Like a man. Through his
There is no other ways. I'm not Santa Claus coming down chimney.
through his woman.
Ah, his woman!
Yes, Rodolfo. You must seduce his woman.
His woman!
His bride.
Yes, show Adolfo to his bride. I shall seduce her, and that will show people Adolfo is no Santa. Wait!
What?
What kind of woman is his bride? Big?
No.
Burly?
No. She's in cat pajamas.
Pajamas?
And she's a hooker. An attractive woman.
Show Adolfo to his cats in pajamas. And Adolfo charming her.
Oh, stop.
Like cats in pajamas.
Ah.
Roman Bartelli chewing the scenery, as always. You certainly couldn't get away with a performance performance like that nowadays, could you? Mature contemporary audiences are too sophisticated to enjoy broad racial stereotypes on stage. So we banished them to Disney. Let the children sort it out.
Yes, madam.
The pastry chefs have been kind enough to provide the liquor for the party. Oh, but remember, underling, we have to be discreet.
Yes, madam.
It is prohibition after all.
I'm aware of that, madam.
We'll have to use code words. For instance, if somebody asks for, a glass of ice water, what it really means is that they want a glass of vodka. Have you got that?
Yes, madam.
Are you sure? Maybe you should write it down.
I understand, madam. Glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
What's a glass of ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water?
Vodka.
Ice!
Vodka.
Well, you see, that's settled then. One less thing to do. Oh, might I please have a glass of ice water? I found our meeting with the pastry chefs rather trying, and I would enjoy a glass of refreshing ice water.
Your ice water, madam.
Why, thank you. That was pure vodka, you fool!
I hate this scene.
Well, now I really do need a glass of ice water.
A glass of ice water, madam?
Yes, ice water. Are you going down?
Would that, sir?
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's really just a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
Wait, thank you. That was pure vodka, you fool!
You know, in some ways, Drowsy Chaperone was quite progressive. An interracial cast, for instance. A sight seldom seen in those days.
Your ice water.
Wait, thank you. That was pure vodka, you fool!
Yes, some elements were quite progressive. Others were stale in 1928. You know what? I'm gonna skip ahead.
Your ice water, madam.
Wait, thank you. Where do you think you're going?
Find some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice? Well, for heaven's sake, why?
I want to bring onto my eyebrows and make myself a
Now, you might be asking yourself, what was a scene like that doing in the show? Well, it's very simple. A song is coming up, and they needed something to allow for the set change. It's mechanics. It's like pornography. Let me explain what I mean by that. In pornography, the story is simplistic. However, I pay for this peep show, being the classic example. My point is, as in a musical, the story exists only to connect the longer, more engaging production numbers. God, what kind of society do we live in where I can't discuss the similarities between pornography and musical theater?
In a few hours, I'm going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
Now, this is a really interesting scene. This is the only time when Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell are alone together on stage. Jane Roberts was an emerging star, but Beatrice Stockwell was already well established and a force of contenders.
I'm just so full of apprehension. Though I suppose that's normal, considering the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone?
No,
of necessity.
Your ice water, madam. Great present pose.
Have you ever been married, Madame?
Heavens no, madam. If I'm going to serve a woman, let's be paid for my efforts.
Oh, you two. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know, but for some reason, when I look into his eyes, those big, goopy eyes, oh, I just get all woozy. And that's love, isn't it? Not necessarily. The wooziness could come from any number of things. I'm woozy right now. Certainly not love.
Now, Beatrice Stockwell was famous for her rousing anthems. She inspired and entertained the troops in every major world conflict, up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, by that time, she was in her late 80s, and her anthems didn't so much rouse as they did stupefy. Still, she demanded that an anthem be included in every show she ever did, even if it wasn't appropriate. But you just couldn't say no to her. That's star power.
Really, you're not being the least bit. Couldn't you at least allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration? Inspiration? Really? It's not my forte. Well, yes, but I'm sure that if you tried. As we stumble along on life's bloody journey, stumble along into the blue. We will peep and I'm afraid I'll have to have a lying down. Now, whatever you do, don't go wandering through the garden seeking out your fiancé to ask you the question upon which your future happiness depends. Oh, thank you, chaperone. I just have to know if he loves me. Ugh, such a skinny little fool. However, I do envy her. When will love come crashing through my door?
La 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 la.
Look who it is. It's a dolphin come to seduce the bride.
I am. I'm not.
Try not to think poodles while you're listening to this part.
I am. I'm not. And you are right.
No, you're not. What?
But this is rather sweet, and you are the only one here. Therefore, you must be crying.
Interesting argument. However, I'm afraid you are in the more wrong. What? Me? No. Bride. Perhaps I need a message.
Yes, very good. Dear Vampire Bride, I must make love to you and transport you to the place of ecstasy. Sooner, it's better. Signed, Adamo, King of Romance.
Well, you've seen through my little ruse. You found me out.
Was that?
Apparently. Yes! Take me out, dollface!
Not on the face! Adamo, you must remember my name when we are making love and you are screaming. You must say the right name or we'll ruin everything. How can I make you remember? I'm sure that you remember the name I died for. Ladies and princes, name I died for. Yes, I am the same I died for. I introduce myself. I am a died for.
Nice to meet you. Shall we?
Not so fast. Now just in case you didn't hear, I died for. I tried to make it very clear I died for. And I repeat myself, I am not died for.
Understood.
I can sing it low. Sing it very fast. I can sing it very slowly. I would do it now, but it would take hours. Now, let's see if you can remember my name.
We'll give it a shot.
It's the fellow that you see. Now you refer to me. Is it how long it's been? Now sing it proudly.
For I'll know.
Now let me spell it out for you. For all you lovely ladies who did not hear because you are hard of hearing or something. I don't know. I am
right? Romantic fantasy. Falling in love, drop the hat. Spontaneous tangling. Suddenly finding yourself in that insanely romantic setting.
On the nights waiting to happen. Don't worry, madam. Oh, I'm getting married today, so I have to wear a blindfold.
Blindfold?
I'm sorry. Who am I speaking to anyhow?
Why, it's me. I mean, Mimi. Mimi from France.
This scene couldn't be any more ridiculous.
So, you are married to Jeanette Benjamin, no?
Oui.
I hear she's very
Oui.
and glamorous.
Ah, oui.
And is it true that she has an exceptionally broad range and excels playing both comedic and dramatic roles?
Say, I'm having trouble placing your French accent. What part of France are you from?
Oh, the middle part where they makes a toast. So, you were telling me about your, how do you say it in English? Fiancé.
That's right.
So, tell me, when was the moment when you knew that she was the one for you?
It's a funny story, actually. We were standing on the Lido deck of the Ile de France.
Yes.
I was amusing her with stories of my father's oil interest.
And then what happened?
I looked into her eyes. Her big, glamorous eyes. Felt all woozy.
And then you fell. And then you fell?
Yes, right on my keister. And I said, well, I guess I don't have my ceilings yet.
But we haven't left the dock.
That's what she said. That's when I knew it. Must be love. And then I said, there was a time I could stop on a dime. For marriage is one of my talents. Oh, but since you've been around, I can't hold my ground. I've insisted mirrors in my balance. I'm an accident waiting to happen. I'm a mishap about to ensue. I'm the toy on the stair, the three-legged bear, and what's been done by a shoe. If I too much, it all started flapping. There was nothing my ankles could do. I'm an accident waiting to happen.
idiot.
Oh, now that was so easy.
Mr. Feldsing,
It would seem that the wedding is proceeding according to schedule.
now it's time you receive your just desserts. What do you think, partner? Should we whip up something special for Mr. Feldsing?
Yeah. How about the Toledo surprise?
An inspired choice.
Toledo surprise. I never heard of that.
No, you haven't. Those who have heard of it are generally never heard from again.
We'll share the recipe with you.
First you chop the nuts,
Then you pound the dough.
then you bake it up nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo surprise.
Did you know that by name?
It's a very simple recipe, Mr. Felding.
First you chop the nuts,
Then you pound the dough.
then you bake it up nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo surprise. Say, why don't we give them a little taste?
All right.
Hold it! What's style? What's grace? What's rhythm? Open your fist. Now shake them. Now, I want you boys to give me that recipe one more time. Da 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 da.
Chop the nuts,
Pound the dough.
bake it up.
Nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo surprise.
Hit the beach,
Peel the skin.
push it up.
Throw it in. Got to taste Toledo surprise. First you beat it up. Then you sweeten it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to rise, don't let it. It's a snap. Try it close. Break it once. Split your dice. Then you got Toledo surprise.
Boys and excellent.
On it.
Keep it up. I'll go work on your contract.
Hey!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Toledo surprise. No need. Just a name to finish up. Let's go with me.
That's where you got to go wrong. You know what? It's for you, Kitty. And these boys are your backup dancers.
Backup dances? Oh, we can't!
Wait. Enough. Make it now. The wedding is off.
What? For the love of God, why?
Enough. You make love with the bride.
That is not the bride, you idiot. That is the chaperone.
The wedding is on.
The wedding is off.
What?
Robert kissed a French girl. Her name is Mimi. She's very beautiful.
Janet, I couldn't help it. She was just like you. Only French. Oh, sweet little girl.
Anthony,
Yes, ma'am.
what is all of this commotion about?
The wedding.
Oh, is there going to be a wedding?
Not anymore. Oh, what a tragedy. What a wonderful, wonderful tragedy. Where the ball I now show you how. First you beat it up, then you sweet it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to run, don't let it. Toledo surprise.
Surprise.
Wait till it's ready.
Surprise.
Wait till it's ready.
time for intermission. At least it would be if we were actually watching the Drowsy Chaperone in the Marasco Theater, which, of course, we are not. I remember my wedding day. I didn't eat breakfast that morning, and the ceremony wasn't until 4 in the afternoon. Oh, I do. Are you surprised I was married? Well, there you go. You shouldn't go making assumptions about people. I'm a very complex person. I have to pee now. I'll be quick, I promise, and while I'm gone, you can listen to the beginning of Act 2.
You need to go do that.
I'm not Shakespeare. Hello, Alice. I was such a friend before to keep nuts when I should go.
First rehearse each song by rote, to each word or note. Hand by hand, very grace, we shall sing. And once this grace.
That was not from Drowsy Chaperone. That was from another musical entirely. I have this lady who comes in once a month. Did you say that? I have a lady? Anyways, she cleans the things I absolutely refuse to touch, and she has this annoying habit of putting my records away and in the wrong sleeves. Even though I tell her, no touch records, Carmena, no touch records. I suppose if I spoke to her in full sentences, maybe she'd stop touching the records. Anyways, that song started an act of William Shakespeare, A Midsummer Night's Dream. A truly musical production at that. It was written by musical history's most well-known failure, Francesco Churchill, Frankie Churchill's great-great-grandfather. I don't know what he was on, but I enjoy some of it. Act 2 of the Drowsy Chaperone begins with this, a haunting lament from a very depressed bride. She sings it standing on her balcony, bathed in the pale blue light of a sympathetic moon, which is ridiculous because it's the middle of the day. Now, why don't you do this? Try to know the lyrics. I know they're difficult, but try your best. The music is so beautiful, it just floats in the air. Just ignore the lyrics.
And tries to make that monkey stay. And he did for a time, but he needed to fly. And with other monkeys play far away. He left his jacket on that pedestal beside his tiny rusty cup. And I haven't got the strength to pick that up. Oh, monkey, 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 you read my heart in school. But I'll always save that pencil for you.
I'm gonna pour myself a brandy.
Come, my little monkey, come, my little
little bit of everything. A little Busby Berkeley, a little Jane Goodall. And that's another thing I love about characters in musicals. When a character is in crisis, they sing and they dance, which is so much more entertaining than just whining about it. But that's another thing I love about musicals in general. When you know that the timing is right and that a cue See, this is life. This is what I'm talking about. You manage to be happy for 5 seconds and then something starts ringing. Hello?
What a beautiful day for wedding!
Now, I'm going to stop this number right here because I don't want this number ruined by a ringing telephone. Here we have 2 vaudeville performers who have slipped through the cracks of time. They are Noel Fitzpatrick and Ukulele Lil. I don't know anything about them. I suppose Ukulele Lil played the ukulele, although she doesn't at this show. Actually, I tried to find out more about them. I went through all my books. I even tried the interwebs. But all of my searches ended in Tiny Tim's autopsy photographs. Anyways, they're both charming.
Why would you have the pews removed?
The bride is called at the wedding.
Underling, never listen to a bride on her wedding day. Love is a very complex emotion, Underling.
Yes, madam.
You can be very close to someone 1 minute, and the next one you just want to strangle them. Do you understand what I mean?
I'm familiar with the urge to strangle.
Oh, you see, that's just the nature of love. Love makes lovers worry, love makes lovers fret, but here's a fact on which we can't depend. Just like long ago, when Romeo loved Juliet, love is always lovely in the end.
But Romeo and Juliet was attracted to me, madam.
Oh, I never read reviews. Love can start to quarrel, love can cause a din, but love has always been a trusty friend. 'Twas a happy fate for Henriette and Anne Boleyn. Love is always lovely in the end.
I might remind you, madam, that Anne Boleyn lost her head.
Oh yes, she was in love. Love was good to Eve and Adam, and Samson and Delilah too. Why does it worse?
Why does it not make sense to you evidence through?
Don't mind if I do. Love is always lovely in the end.
Excuse me while I pour myself a glass of ice water.
Love sneaks up behind you, love drops from above, but love will never consciously offend. Love has certainly been kind to me and my true love. Love is always lovely in the end.
But your late husband was a brute.
I don't mean him, you silly cute. Love is always lovely.
Love is all love.
Love is always lovely in the end. Love is always lovely in the end.
Yes, that was charming. But to be frank, on some level, that number pisses me off. Now, I'm going to say something here. Yes, I have been drinking. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that love is not always lovely in the end. Often in the end, there are divorce lawyers. And another thing. Was no one aware of the upward sexual connotation of that title? Love is always lovely in the end? I mean, is it just me? I guess what I'm saying is
That number is naive and irresponsibly so. I'm sorry, I just mean it to be said for the sake of young people. I won't There's a moment coming up that I've become obsessed with.
Oh, chaperone, I am in a terrible state.
You certainly are. You can't give him a wedding dress like that.
Oh, you poor dear. Haven't you heard? The wedding has been called off.
Not your wedding.
Mine. That reminds me. Might I borrow your veil?
You're getting married? But to whom?
La, 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 la. Ah, beautiful lady with wonderful expression.
You're marrying Adolfo?
I know. It's surprising. When I look into his eyes, his big, clumsy eyes, I get all drowsy. And that's love, isn't it?
Yes, dear, it is. No.
All right? I want to put my cards on the table. I got a weak heart. Can't take pressure. If this goes on and on, the old tinker's gonna give out. So, please, tell me, is there going to be a wedding or not?
Yes.
Thank the good Lord in heaven.
Adolfo and the chaperone are getting married.
What?
Oh, there you are. I have wonderful news. There is going to be a wedding.
We know.
You know.
Yes, we just heard.
But who told you?
I did.
But how did you know?
What difference does it make? Tottenham and I committed the god of 30 evening. What?
What? Ah! Yes.
Congratulations to everyone.
Say, what kind of cockamamie wedding is this? Everyone's getting married except the bride and the groom.
There you go. Oh, Shannon, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hello, Mr. Morton.
Please don't be that way. Jen, can't you find it in your heart to marry me? It's a wedding day after all. George doesn't know all this trouble about it. Oh, I do love you. More than I can say.
But you kissed another woman.
Yes. And I just don't understand. I know this may sound crazy, but when I was kissing that French girl, why, it was just like kissing you.
Oh, Robert, you were kissing me.
What? You mean you heard me? No, that French accent was remarkably accurate.
Thank you. I developed a playing the role of Monique in Hold That Baguette.
Ah, there you are. Now, before you do anything, think about this. No matter how well you play the role of the happy wife, you will never, ever get a standing ovation.
Oh, I just don't know. Chaperone, please, just this once, give me some advice that is coherent and appropriate to the situation. Should I marry Robert?
Now, this is it. The moment I was talking about. Not only the culmination of the plot, but a moment that has fascinated me more than any other, that has brought me back to this record again and again. Here it comes.
Well, my advice to you is,
And this is it. Listen.
the more you can.
You see? You can't quite make out what she says because someone drops a cane. I'll play it for you again. Is she saying live while you can or leave while you can?
All you can.
Now, this is Beatrice Stockwell, so it might just be a cynical quit, but this is a wedding, after all, and that's exactly what you think when you're standing at the altar, isn't it? Live or leave, and you have to live, because you do love her in some way. It isn't an exact science. An air doesn't come out of the sky and point to the one you're supposed to be with. So one day you do say it. You say, I love you, and you phrase it as a question, but they take it as fact.
And then suddenly, there she is, standing in front of you in a $3,000 wedding dress, and her nephew being the hubba. So what do? Do you say I was joking, I was kidding? No! You can't. You live. You choose to live. And so, for a couple of months, you stare at the alien playful in bed next to you. And you think to yourself, who are you? Who are you? And then one day you say it out loud. Then it's a separation trial and couples counseling. And all your conversations are about her eating disorder and your Zoloft addiction. And you're constantly redefining and reevaluating and revisiting before you finally lose a deposit on the house. And the relationship ends on a particularly ugly note, with your only copy of Gypsy flying through the air and smashing against the living room wall. But still, in the larger sense, in the broader sense, it's better to have lived than to have left. Right?
So you can.
You have no idea how many times I've listened to that.
Oh, chaperone, you truly have a way with words. Yes, Robert, I will marry you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Mr. Feldick, it looks like this wedding is a done deal.
Yeah, you're a truffle.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
But there is. I found a replacement. A new leading lady. Presenting Kitty the Incredible. Okay, Kitty. Now, show the boys here how you can read my mind. I'm up.
Kitty, will you marry me? Holy cats, Mr. Feldy, yes!
And Mrs. Chaperone.
Well, what are we all waiting for? You ladies go put on your frills, and we'll all get married in one big club. How they do it in Utah.
Well, George, I don't know how you managed to pull it off. 4 weddings in one day. Why, I guess you're everyone's best man now.
I am.
Of course.
I am.
Hip hip.
Hooray!
The best man, you're my heart, you are the best man. Heart, basking in the glory of a fire well fought. When bells will ring, when bells will chime, when bells will celebrate the happy wedding time. Minister, you may begin. Oh no, I forgot the minister. Who the hell are you?
I'm Trix. Trix of the sky. Real Off to Rio for carnival!
Wait, the captain of a ship can perform a marriage.
Yes! Yes!
And everything's kind of cheap. Like a cheap with the air. Something called this air cheap.
Oh, shit! Yes!
Wait, I got tricks. You can marry them on the plane, and then we'll all have the honeymoon in Rio.
Thank you.
Don't talk to anyone. Don't let yourselves be distracted. Just keep the show alive in your mind. I'll find a fuse box.
Everybody, be quiet.
It's the super.
Oh.
Your lights are up.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to shut the power off. We placed the breaker panel in the basement.
Yes.
So we replaced it. But when we turned the power off, the breakers and all the apartments turned.
Yes.
It happens. It's normal.
Yes.
So I need to go reset the breaker now.
Now?
It'll only take a second.
All right.
Because earlier before I was trying to give you a call, but there was no answer.
Oh, I've been having trouble with the phone recently.
Sure. Alright, here we go. What was that?
It was music.
What kind of music was that?
It was a show. You know, a musical.
You like musicals?
No.
I love musicals, okay? I go all the time. It's amazing what they can do nowadays. Have you seen the sideline? They landed a helicopter stage in that one. I know. Oh my goodness, I've seen them all. I've seen Cats, Les Mis, Saturday Night Fever. Oh, but I like the movie better.
Really? Well, goodbye.
No.
That's it. The mood is broken. One note away from the end of the show, and the moment is ruined. I should just start the record again from the beginning. No, I can't do that, can I? Oh, it's so frustrating. You just have to understand. I love this show so much. I've never even seen it. My mother gave me this record. This was right before my father left us. He didn't leave because of the record, although I'm sure now it matters. Look, I know it's not a perfect show. The spit take scene is lame, and the monkey motif is labored. But it does what a show is supposed to do. It gives you a little tune to carry within your head. A little something to help you against the dreary horrors of the real world. A little something for when you're feeling blue, you know? As we stumble along on life's funny